So the cast announcements for Shrek V came out and...
Who's making this stuff?
That's what I'm asking, Shrek. And yeah, people do not like this design as compared to the original, but personally, I can ignore it if Shrek V has a good story. However, I have reasons to believe that it's probably not going to, and that honestly, Toy Story 5 might be better. The internet has always been more hyped about Shrek 5 than Toy Story 5, but honestly, I see it the other way around. Let's go into Toy Story 5 first. Now, the main reason people don't want another Toy Story movie is because they feel like it's kind of sort of a, you know, cash grab. Only being made for the money, and yeah, it kind of is. It ended perfectly in Toy Story 3, they brought it back, and it still managed to end up well in Toy Story 4, but now that the gang have split up, Toy Story 5 is really pushing it. But honestly, how bad can it get? I know that's a weird way of looking at it, but in my eyes, Toy Story 4 is one of the worst Pixar movies ever made. Yeah, I said it. You can have your own opinions, but to see why I see it that way, I highly recommend checking out this video right here by this person on screen. I know it's 6 hours, but you can break it up as much as you want. But yeah, he goes into depth as to why Toy Story 4 really ruins everything. I really can't go into everything, but one example is Buzz Lightyear. This movie manipulates its audience into believing that he's always been a dumb character. Well, look at the first Toy Story movie. You always thought he was a space ranger.
Crash landed on a strange planet.
Even though knowledge and intelligence are two completely different things, and that Buzz was kind of basically programmed to think that he was a space ranger, he's not being dumb at an intelligence level, he just doesn't know how the world works. Look at Toy Story 2. He continuously makes really smart plans, figures stuff out, and quickly improvises on the spot, which he also does in Toy Story 3. But in Toy Story 4, that's kind of thrown out the window. One more example is the ending. Woody's thing has always been loyalty. Heck, Toy Story 2 was all about not leaving his kid. And also listen to the ending of Toy Story 3.
But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you, ever. He'll be there for you.
That's gonna be a yikes from me. Also, what if Bonnie just suddenly wants to play with Woody again? She won't be able to find him. Again, this is way better explained in Gaming Magic's video, so watch his videos and subscribe to him, and maybe subscribe to me while you're at it, wink wink. But yeah, there's stuff I can't even get to, like how Forky destroys the entire universe. Can Bonnie just put stuff together and make a toy, and suddenly that immaterial object comes to life? Like when she makes that spaceship? Gaming Magic also talks about how the villain is bad, using manipulation to get what she wants, but the movie treats her like a good guy. There's so much to dive into about Toy Story 4 being really not good. And honestly, how much worse can it get? Hence why I'm optimistic. But there is more evidence that shows that Toy Story 5 can be good. Because it seems like recently Pixar is now respecting their own IPs. Just look at Inside Out. It got a really good sequel. They respected the universe and continued to add onto it. It didn't make the characters dumbed down or anything. It didn't make them forget their character arcs unlike some movies. They kept everything consistent. Heck, look at Dream Productions, their new show, which also further adds on to the Inside Out universe in a really cool way. Personally, I am skeptical about Toy Story 5, but I feel like Toy Story 4 already hit rock bottom, so the only way to go is up, even if it's ever so slightly, and even if the chances are low. A much higher chance than Shrek 5. Yeah, ignoring the design, there's been quite some concerning buildup. We all got excited when Puss in Boots 2 came out. It was an incredible movie, one of DreamWorks' best, and at the end, it kinda teased Shrek 5, which was really cool. Like, if DreamWorks can keep that quality of filmmaking, Shrek 5 is probably going to be amazing. And then Kung Fu Panda 4 came out, and that movie felt like a cash grab. It didn't add on to the Kung Fu Panda universe at all, and it honestly left many disappointed, including myself. I'm also worried that they'll do the same thing with Shrek 5. Shafe Realist made a really good video on this, and he also talked about that teaser that they sent on Twitter, how it talks about the all-star return, and there's that iconic music in the background. It just felt like they were bringing back Shrek because of the Gen Z audience, because he's a big meme. And you know what else they brought back because of Gen Z? Yeah, Megamind. I know Megamind 2 was done by DreamWorks Television, so it's not really canon or whatever, but Kung Fu Panda 4 did. It came from DreamWorks themselves, and DreamWorks has always had a mixed output, but recently it feels like they've put passion into their standalone movies, but when it comes to their existing IP, they're only seeming to bring them back for a cash grab, which is really unfortunate. You could say look at Puss in Boots 2, they brought that back, but the first one didn't really do that well. I felt like they only brought the story back because they had something interesting to tell. There was passion. Shrek 5 on the other hand just feels like they're bringing it back because it's so culturally relevant, and the casting announcement video only furthers this. It just so heavily feels like they're bringing it back because Shrek. Heck, it even supports the fact that they're bringing him back because of memes. Just look at this slideshow of meme stuff. What are we doing? And there's also that new Donkey movie coming out. It just feels like a cash grab. I really hope that this ages poorly. I really hope that the story is good. But honestly, in my opinion, I have more faith in Toy Story 5 than I do Shrek 5. But yeah, please subscribe. Maybe check out this video right here talking about how the Minecraft movie is kind of good now, question mark?